Got my first real six string.
Something. Played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69.
It was the podcast of '69.
I hate Bryan Adams.
Yeah.
I don't hate Bryan Adams. That's unfair, but I think that one, the Prince of Thieves one that stayed at number 1 for 16 weeks.
Yeah. He didn't write that. That was written for him.
Really? God.
Because a friend of mine knew the guy who wrote it.
Right.
And he was at that guy's funeral, and Bryan Adams turned up and performed it at his funeral.
Did he?
Yeah.
God, that's so cheesy. Ka-ching though. I bet. You know that was probably a big payday for him.
I love the movie.
16 weeks number 1. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's great.
The Painted Man. With what's her name? Who was Miss Marple?
Yeah, her. And Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. Yeah.
If it was on. If you were flicking through the channels and it was on,
you'd
be like,
you're in all day. Yeah.
Prince of Thieves.
Although I'd take,
staying here.
If we're talking Kevin Costner, I would take Field of Dreams over Prince of Thieves. I was talking about that to Gemma my wife.
Kevin Costner's great.
He is. Yeah, Dance of the Wolves, alright, but Field of Dreams.
Perfect World.
Yeah.
So sad. Cry every time I watch that.
There's something about a Field of Dreams though, with James Earl Jones.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's a belter. I'm James Earl Jones.
And it's a romantic.
The reason we're not talking
movie
about football really is because we're going to be playing Arsenal in how many hours? 3, 4 hours?
4 hours.
And we are having ourselves.
Exactly.
Well, we've been drinking. We got the megabus at 11:30, and we've been on the beers ever since.
Yeah.
And I think I've got the mind frame that if we get tonked, we're going to have a jolly good day out in London, a few beers, go home. It's going to be nice. Anything other than us getting tonked is going to be a bonus.
Yeah.
But it is Arsenal, and I think also with our schedule of games,
that's much harder than their schedule of games.
Yeah, totally.
What they got to worry about Europa League.
Yeah, and also our squad is waff thin, particularly with the injuries we've got.
Yeah.
But we played Ipswich on Sunday, amazing result. Down with the scum, they're never going to beat us. We're going to be out to celebrate the 10-year anniversary. We got this.
I mean, to be honest, the fact that we beat Ipswich means that this is a bit of a free hit. I don't care what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Ipswich Sunday. It's Tuesday. We've got Arsenal today. We've got Derby. We've got Rams on Saturday, and then we've got Wolves at home the following Tuesday. Yeah, and as we keep harping on about, we've got key injuries. So the thing is, it's like, people were talking about, well, is Farke going to play a full strength team? Well, what choice does he have? We don't have that many players.
No, I mean,
he's going to start Nelson. No,
you'd have thought.
Because Cam's done 90.
Josh up front. Yeah, I can't see Cameron starting.
Is Josh fit?
Well, he broke his toe. He was on the bench, which means he's fittish. whether he's got 90 minutes in him, that's another thing.
He's such a commodity for us. He's so irreplaceable. Do you even risk it?
I was bang up for a cup run until I realised we were 6th and we had 2 huge fixtures, Derby at home and Wolves at home, and that we want to get 6 points out of them.
Well, dude.
So
if we were to get 6 points out of Derby and Wolves, then the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit at that point. I mean, you're not just talking. I
kind of wish this game wasn't happening now. I was bang up for it when we bought the tickets.
Should we just go home?
No, we're here.
We're here now.
Yeah.
We spent the money. Where are we? Where are we, brothers? Where are we?
What's this pub called?
The Lord Clyde.
The Lord Clyde in Islington. Yeah, we got to London early. We're in Islington at the moment. We're hoping that our friend, who's a gooner, Jamie McCready, would come and meet us, but he's got a heavily pregnant wife.
Excuses, Jamie.
Yeah, so he's not around at the moment, and we thought we'd come to what TripAdvisor claims to be the best pub in Islington.
It's all right. They're playing funk. We are literally the only people in here.
But it is 4:45 on a Tuesday, so it's not going to be probably at its most rocking.
No.
But we'll have to see what happens. I've realised that is our catchphrase. I've realised we said that in the last podcast. We said that probably around 8 times each. Have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. Are we going to win?
See what happens.
See what happens.
Well, last season we used to give definite predictions.
Regularly. We were 2-0, 3-1.
Yeah.
And half time, I was like, we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. Game 2 halves.
Yeah.
Be fair to the lads.
You just don't know.
You just don't know
what's going to happen. Good game fucking anyway, I couldn't.
Well,
I think Arsenal will win, but if you get one early, you fucking know.
Not today. I mean, Frank, he was saying there's 9,000 Norwich fans, or is it 6?
9,000 Norwich fans.
It's
going to be great.
And he said 9,000 Norwich fans, so the atmosphere's going to be good. I said, yeah. It's a 60,000 capacity in at the Emirates? Something like that?
I think it's more than that, but
Is it? Okay, well,
is a lot. I've only been to the Emirates once, and that was to see Bruce Springsteen with my brother.
I never have.
Weird experience.
I never have. So let's say it's 60. Well, 9 of us. Then you've got 20 odd proper.
9,000 of us.
9,000 of us. Then you've got 9 of us. 9,000 of us.
It might feel like a home fixture. It probably will.
Yeah, because then you've got to think you've got 20,000 proper Arsenal fans who actually live in the area who've got legitimate reason to support Arsenal, and then you've got the other 30,000 who are my dad went to uni in London and I've always liked that winning style of football brigade.
Exactly.
Because we are playing a franchise, not a football club.
No, I think we'll feel like the home team because. Yeah, the reason we've only got 9,000 seats is because the second bunch came available because Arsenal weren't going to sell their allocation.
Glory hunters. That's what they're called, Chris. Glory hunters.
Yeah, not that there's much glory supporting Arsenal unless
not
you're a big fan of the FA Cup and the Europa League.
Woo!
Whammy.
Wenger out. Where's Troops when you need him?
We'll speak to you guys in a bit. I think that's all for now.
Bye.
Right, Coop and Duck Part 2. We're currently in, what is this boozer called?
The Brew House and Kitchen.
Brew House and Kitchen. Yeah. But what we have just realised that this bouncer over there has kindly pointed out to us that this is a home pub only. So we are right in the Lion's Den right now with all those incredibly aggressive Arsenal fans. Now, I don't think you're aware of how intimidating it actually is where we are, but I'm going to turn the camera around and give you a little thing so that you can see. I mean, look at all those hard nuts.
Absolutely.
You can get those bits of reds.
Solicitors.
Look at him. Look at him. He'd beat the out of you just to look at you. That guy over there. Those 3 lads. Badass. So, it's a pretty intimidating environment.
Kind of glad we're not wearing colours, man.
We're no... easy touches ourselves, so we're no strangers to a old ruck. So if anything breaks out here, with more than Coke, don't ruin it. With more than Coke.
Sorry, yeah.
Still got team news yet. We're going to go to the Emirates shortly, which I'm guessing is around 10 minutes up that road behind us. We're pissed. We're still excited, less enthusiastic than we were an hour and a half ago. We probably had a bit too much to drink now as well.
But once we get the team news, we'll be away, you know.
Yeah, and once we're in the ground, and once we hook up with those 9,000 other Norwich fans.
Proper fans.
Yeah, exactly. Unlike these pussies.
It'll all change.
Yeah, we'll be happy. Anyway, Coop and Duck repping hard. Well, we're at the ground. It's currently 7:10.
It's a big ground.
It's massive. Yeah. It's absolutely massive.
Absolutely absurd.
Yeah. We didn't realise this, but the pub we were in was actually a home supporters pub only. And when I mentioned that to one of the bouncers, he had a massive go at me.
Yeah, he did.
He told me I could get myself killed.
Yeah.
Even though it was the pussiest pub I've ever been in my life.
Full of bankers.
Yeah, it was absolutely fine. Anyway, well, that's a story for another time. The ground's incredibly impressive. It's not a bit sterile.
Well, yeah. And the boys, these are the boys warming up, as to speak.
Yeah, like
look at that.
You made that out.
Fans are giving us some already.
They welcome. I mean, we never get to the ground at the Norwich games this early. We get there
a minute after tip-off.
But generally, tip-off, kick-off. We generally get there at 3 o'clock. Yeah. Anyways, starting 11 is thus. It's pretty similar to the team that started against Ipswich. We've got Gunn, Pinto, Zimmerman, Closer, Husband, Reed, Tribal, Brancic, Madison, Murphy and Oliveira. So Murphy's in for Wes and Brancic is in for Yannick Wiltshire. Other than that, it looks pretty much the same.
It's pretty much best 11.
And Husband's in for
Stiepermann. So given injuries, it's our best 11. Which, given how waffed in our squad is, I don't think that Fark had a lot of choices. But
no,
we're set up to have a go at them.
Their team is fairly unknown, apart from you could say Coughlin's well known, Wilshere, Iwobi, Walcott and Giroud.
Yeah, Giroud up front.
Other than that, his kids. Holding, he had some first team experience last season. But you still got fancy Arsenal. Having said that, we've fielded a very, very strong team. I don't know, man. I kind of fancy it, yeah. Let's see what happens.
That is the new catchphrase, the new wishy-washy catchphrase.
I dropped my camera on the way here, but hopefully it won't affect its performance. It's just a superficial dink. The ground's probably 80% empty at the moment. I'm sure it will fill. Yeah, all good. We're not nervous at all. It's a free hit, this game, isn't it?
Totally, yeah. It's nothing to lose, everything to gain, really.
Right, we're 5 minutes into the second half. The score is Norwich City 1, Arsenal 0.
Unbelievable. Just before we ripped them apart straight down the middle and Josh Murphy scored, I said to Chris, the problem is we're not creating enough chances on the break. It's not like we're just going to play through the middle of them. And then we just played through the middle of them. It was unreal. Beautifully taken by Josh Murphy. The ref is definitely from Arsenal. Prick.
Yeah, the ref is letting too much go. They're being dirty.
They're very lucky not to have had a couple of yellow cards.
Jack Wilshere, who's been a little thug, little twat, I hate him. He went in so hard in the challenge, which was a all-day yellow.
Yeah, retribution challenge as well.
It was a yellow all day, every day, not even like a mild yellow. And then he's had another challenge, which again was a yellow all day, and he hasn't given him one yellow. But cumulatively, you could say he should be off the pitch. Maybe that's a bit harsh, but certainly one yellow. Anyway, I hate Jack Wilshere. We're under the cosh a bit now. They've got a free kick. He's very quiet here at the Emirates. Zero atmosphere from the Arsenal fans. Not that they've got anything to cheer about, but even at 0-0, they were very subdued.
Yeah, agreed.
We made a brilliant save. Well, we didn't make a brilliant save. Angus Gunn made a brilliant save from a corner. That was probably the closest Arsenal have come. They've knocked on the door a bit, but it's been speculative shots from range.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a cagey game apart from our wonderfully sculpted goal.
Well, having said that, we could have scored a couple of minutes later. Nelson Oliveira had a very good chance.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
up. Terrible place to give it away.
Switch!
Someone's got to give him something.
Oh, you fucking Murphy! He was all the way over there on his own. Oh, if he could have found Murphy, he was in acres. We're going into extra time. We couldn't hold on. We held on valiantly. And then Arsenal scored from a corner, probably around the 87th minute. Absolute heartbreak. We should have put the game out of sight. Josh Murphy had a fantastic chance. Nelson Oliveira had a brilliant chance. We were brilliant. We were catching on the counter.
Vrancic
had an amazing chance, and he should have squared into Oliveira, who had a tap in, but he didn't. But we should have been out of sight. We had so many chances on the counter to win the game. 2-0, or we'll just put the game out of sight, and we didn't take it. And they always had a puncher's chance of getting back into the game. They weren't really creating anything. It came from a set piece, probably always was going to, because we were defending valiantly. So disappointing. You got to fancy Arsenal now. We've made changes. We've taken off Vrancic. I don't give a shit if Vrancic ever plays another game for us again. He doesn't work anywhere near hard enough. I mean, we're critical of Josh Murphy, but for Christ's sake, Vrancic. And I guess it's something we've never really noticed from our view at Carrow Road, because we're front row. But up here in the gods, you can really, really notice it. So he's gone off.
We're now staring down the barrel of extra time. And we're looking gassed. Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
I like how he made all three substitutions before extra time, because you get an extra one.
Yeah.
Extra time.
Yeah.
Very clever. But we'll have to see what happens. But I fancy Arsenal now, to be honest. This is the last thing we needed. I'd rather us just lost in normal time than have to play this extra 30 minutes, considering we're basically fielding our strongest team.
Yeah.
And we've got two very tough games on Saturday and Tuesday.
The boys are going to need our ice baths and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's the
last thing
we needed. I just wish we could have either held on or got that second goal, which we thoroughly deserved.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
but there we go. Well, let's see what happens.
Well, it's now Wednesday. As you all know, I'm sure, well, you all will know, we lost the game 2-1 in extra time. After a valiant performance, we should have been out of sight. We should have put them to bed in the second half. We had 3 clear-cut chances. Josh Murphy came very close on the break, chipping the keeper. Oliveira smashed one over, but the biggest one was Mario Vrancic. Again on the counter, he turned his man inside out, had a clear shot at goal. 6 yards out or something, drilled it wide. But if we were going to win the game, you really felt we were going to have to do it in 90 minutes. They scored from a corner, so frustrating. 85th minute, I think. And then they went on to score from another corner in extra time and they put us away. We should have had a penalty with 2 or 3 minutes left. James Husband was pushed in the box. He made a great run to the byline, and I don't know why he would have gone down unless he was fouled. The referee was awful, gave us nothing all night. They probably should have had a player sent off for taking out Nelson, who was clean through on goal. Maybe he was running away from goal slightly. There may have been someone potentially coming back to cover, but I think it was a red. Not only that, Jack Wilshere committed around 4 yellow card fouls before he was even given 1 yellow card. He should have walked. The ref was blowing his whistle all the time, particularly on Tribal, who was just winning the ball. He was getting his foot on the ball. Foul, foul, foul. It was just a terrible refereeing display, and that didn't help our cause. It's hard enough when you go to a place like the Emirates anyway as the underdog. But when you've got the referee clearly against you, it just makes it a darn near impossible mission. But let's put things in perspective. We were never going to win this competition. We'd have gone out eventually. It's probably a distraction we don't need, considering our league position and, you know, our promotion push. But as a standalone game, just as a standalone game, for the team, for the players and for the fans, it would have just been great to see us get a result at the Emirates. And that's what's disappointing. Other than that, as we said yesterday, it's really a free hit. The Norwich fans were fantastic. It really felt like a home fixture. 8,800 fans singing all game, unlike the Arsenal fans, who we didn't know they were there until the 86th minute mark when they equalised. And then they were giving it loads after being like a library for the majority of the game. But yes, really disappointed with it as a standalone result. If you had said to me, you can lose against Arsenal and win against Derby and Wolves, I'd have taken it in a heartbeat. If you'd have said you could have lost against Arsenal and taken 4 points from Derby and Wolves, I'd have taken that as well. So to put things in perspective, it was just really a standalone game that you wanted to win because it was Arsenal. But as regards to the Cup goes, we were never going to win it. So I'm not that disappointed. We will be back on Saturday. I don't know who's going to be with me because Duck is on holiday. But we'll have to see what happens. I'd like to also shout out all the Norwich fans who were there last night, and shout out Norwich fans in general who go to away days. I don't know how they do it. I'm exhausted today. Fans who go to Borough away. I mean, crikey, that takes commitment. I mean, it was a long day for us yesterday and it was only London. So, yeah, big up the Norwich, big up the Norwich fans, big up the Norwich family. Love you guys. Thanks everyone for watching. See you on the weekend.